Okay, in this video, we're going to learn about postpartum depression in men. And yes, it is a real thing. Men also experience postpartum depression. I haven't found a study that will say if it's like related to hormones, because some of the women's postpartum depression I have learned is an overload of hormones. But when you're around somebody that has something and you get it, you know, a lot of people say it's mind over matter or whatever. That is a possibility. There is a lot of mind over matter out in the world today. But postpartum depression for men is a real thing. The effects of postpartum depression on men. Everyone knows that postpartum can affect women that has recently given birth, but does anyone know that it can also affect the dads as well? I've still got company out here. Men are not immune to postpartum depression. When we see our baby for the very first time, usually on an ultrasound when the baby is just a little alien dino peanut, we become overjoyed and start bragging about what is to come. Picking out a name, buying baby items, locking up the cabinets before the baby even knows how to crawl. We make plan after plan all the way up through college in hopes that our little alien dino will be a doctor or a lawyer someday. And the baby hasn't even come to the world yet. This is the beginning of a wonderful journey, but what about the darker side of things? What about worrying when the heartbeat is a bit too light to hear quickly? What about the unexpected spotting that the mother goes through, or the rush to the hospital because the mom is dehydrated? What about the emotional toll it takes on the father as well, with all of the stereotypical views and advice pouring in on him at work, at his ball game, at the cookout down the road? The stats have shown us in the previous video that the environmental factors play a huge role in PPD. Things we may never even think about when expecting a baby. Sleepless nights, fights with the partner, going to work or school exhausted, being yelled at by the boss because your uniform isn't clean, or missing final exams because the baby has colic. Over time, all of this adds up and can play a huge role in the mental well-being of the parents. Parents begin to lose a sense of humor. The exhaustion takes over, and so does their tempers. Even though the temper may not lead to abuse, it stays bottled up and grows. Fathers start losing hope, thinking that there is something wrong with them and something wrong with the way that they are parenting the child, because it appears like other parents just maintain total control with no issues at all. Trouble sleeping makes anyone miserable. Add a baby to that and it causes the trouble to sleep, you can have a disaster. If you're a new dad and this sounds like you at this time, you're not alone. Every day, over 1,000 new dads in the United States alone become depressed. According to the studies, the number is as high as 2,700. That is either 1 in 10 or 1 in 4 dads in the U.S. that has postpartum depression. Admitting you have postpartum depression does not mean defeat. It is admitting hope. Admitting PPD as a man can change your life and the life of another man, because a lot of men fear the stereotypes that will be aimed at them simply because it is something that is not talked about on a daily basis. Depression is not something a guy can simply just get over, just like a bad heart or an injured knee. It takes a while to heal. It takes medical treatment, meditation, healthy eating, working out, refinding the joy and love of life. It takes a bit of self-love to get over that bump in the road that is called PPD. And in order to find that self-love, you have to take the time to acknowledge that it is something out of your control. You are not a bad parent. Your parenting skills are not off track. Your hopes and dreams are not out the window. Your love of life and family is just kind of hiding deep down, and it can reemerge to the surface, and it will. You will be okay. Don't let anyone throw stereotypical views your way that men have to hide the emotions. When we have to be strong all the time and can't show our fears or our pain, that is nonsense. I did a video a while back called Boys Don't Cry, which may be a good one to see in relation to showing emotions and shedding tears as men and boys. If you are a man and have gone through postpartum depression, or you are going through it at the time you see this video, consider being a spokesperson for the cause. Awareness can be put out into public view and help make the stereotypes associated to male PPD become something of yesterday and most of all, do not give up. Do not become a statistic in someone's study that covers suicide caused by male PPD. Your life will be better, and you will watch your child grow into an amazing human being that will be something great in this world, simply because you chose to stick around and help make that happen. If you need assistance in finding a support group, there is a men's section in the resource I have gathered for this issue. I will put that one down at the bottom of this video. If the men's section does not cover what you need, then demand equality and reach out to one of the mothers' helplines. Don't let society set you aside. Demand to be heard and speak up for yourself and for others that are going through this too. As I said, PPD in men are real, and we are programmed to just not speak up about it. But we need to change that. The one resource that I have found for postpartum for men, and I will drop it down in the first comment of this video after it posts as well for easy access, is www.postpartummen.com. They can be reached at 1-415-346-3719. Email address drwill@themensdoc.com. The first Monday's chat for dads, 1-800-944-8766, and the participant code is 73162 #. Okay, now for some of the other resources. I have to find my place. Okay, Building Your Village. 1-503-894-9453. info@buildyourvillage.org and www.buildyourvillage.org. Canada resource. PSI 1-800-944-4773. UK support. Samaritans 116-123. Now this one is free and it will not appear on your phone bill. There is no way for anybody to track that you called them. And I'm not sure if it's an email or if it's a website, but it's Joe, which is JO, at Samaritans.org. Then there's Action on Postpartum Psychosis, APP, an email address of app@app-network.org. Association of Postnatal Illnesses. Helpline 0207 386 0868. And the email is info@apni.org. Pandas. All I could find for them was a link for a website, or perhaps it's an email. But info@pandasfoundation.org UK. I believe that is the email that you can send to request information, and their website may actually just be like www.pandasfoundation.org UK or /UK. That might lead you to the website. Petals website, petalscharity.org /counseling contact /. The email is counseling@petalscharity.org, and the phone number is 0030 688 0068. Twins Trust for parents with twins. And I believe this one doesn't only give resources for PPD. I believe it also gives tips on how to calm the babies, how to get the twins on a certain schedule. Talks about things like what works with one may not work with the other. I think it's kind of just a all-around resource helpline, but it also covers PPD. It's 0800 138 0509. Or the website or email is asktwinline@twinstrust.org. Muslim Women's Network 0800 999 5786. Email info@mwnhelpline.co.uk, or you can text them at 07415 206 936. Okay, those are all of the resources that I have. That is in relation to PPD. The men's resource, since I only have one, I will put that either in the description or in the very first comment after this video is posted. And if you are a man, or you know a man that is going through this, it is okay to reach out. It is okay to seek help. It does not make you weak, and do not let anybody ever convince you otherwise. Get the help that you need so that you can be strong for your family and a loving father as your child grows. Have a good day.